In a move that has sparked widespread concern, the Trump administration has delivered a devastating blow to the U.S. Department of Education during the ongoing shutdown, effectively dismantling the very office tasked with protecting the rights of millions of children with disabilities. This isn't just a bureaucratic reshuffle. It's a decision that could leave 7.5 million students vulnerable and without critical support. But here's where it gets controversial. While the administration frames this as part of a broader plan to return education control to the states, critics argue it's a reckless abandonment of federal oversight that could lead to inconsistent or even unlawful treatment of students with disabilities across the country. On Friday, sweeping layoffs gutted the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, OSERS, the linchpin for programs supporting students with disabilities. This office doesn't just provide guidance to families. It ensures states comply with the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, a landmark civil rights law that guarantees children with disabilities a free and appropriate public education. Without OSERS, who will hold states accountable? And this is the part most people miss. The layoffs aren't just about cutting jobs. They're about dismantling a system that has safeguarded the rights of infants, toddlers, children, and youth with disabilities for decades. The implications are staggering. OSERS staff manage roughly $15 billion in special education funding, review state compliance plans, and investigate potential violations. They also field calls from desperate parents seeking clarity on their child's rights. Now, those calls will go unanswered. One affected worker told us, "I don't think people realize how many families rely on us every day." The void left by these cuts could create chaos for states, school districts, and families already navigating complex systems. But is this move even legal? Multiple sources question the legality of shuttering OSERS without an act of Congress, as federal law explicitly requires an Office of Special Education Programs within the Education Department. One employee bluntly stated, "Now the federal government is out of compliance with federal disability law." Meanwhile, a state director of special education, speaking anonymously, expressed fear. Leaving special education up to states sounds great in theory, but what happens if states interpret the law differently? Who ensures consistency? President Trump has repeatedly advocated for returning education control to the states, and dismantling the Education Department is a key part of that agenda. While these layoffs don't immediately cut funding to states, they strip away the oversight that ensures those funds are used properly. Rachel Gittleman, president of AFGE Local 252, called the firings illegal and warned, "The harm these cuts will cause is only beginning." Here's the bigger question. Is this a step toward greater state autonomy or a dangerous gamble with the futures of millions of vulnerable students? As one OSERS employee asked, "Who will families turn to when there's nobody left?" The answer remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. This decision has opened a Pandora's box of concerns about equity, accountability, and the very essence of federal responsibility in education. What do you think? Is this a necessary shift toward state control or a reckless abandonment of federal oversight? Let us know in the comments. This is a conversation that demands your voice.